Overwatch is a game that's been popular for a long ass time. Until it, quote unquote, died. But the thing is, Overwatch really never died. What happened was A, poor decisions, and B, Blizzard has successfully targeted an audience that like to hate their lives and continue to play the game for some reason, despite making bad balanced decisions. When Overwatch 2 was announced, they wanted to make it seem like there was a new wave of Overwatch. Like Overwatch was being renewed, a new life, a new game. We could go back to the Overwatch that we used to know and love, but we all know that can't really happen.
Play of the game.
So we waited, and waited, and waited, and waited. And last, we got the beta we've been looking for. Our first actual hands-on experience with Overwatch 2. So I managed to make it into the beta. My first game on day. My first game of the day ever, period. I'm ready, and I'm excited, and I think that's cause JD talked to disrespect and didn't attack me on the enemy team. So yeah, my first Overwatch game, I got 3 streamers in the same lobby.
Right? What the fuck? Bastion. Let's get that healer going. I try to get around that corner.
Hey Chad, I'm not trying to talk shit here. I'm not. There ain't no way this man Doc has 300 damage right now. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Ow, I got Orisa pushing me on this backside right here.
I'm trying to hold the front, Jack. Come up here.
Yeah, you're good. I'm backing him up.
So, the point of this is not to analyze whether Overwatch is a good game or not. Rather, it's a remnants of an era of Overwatch, because coming tomorrow, there is no Overwatch 1 anymore. Nor is there going to be an Overwatch 2, there's just going to be Overwatch. We can't go back to Overwatch 1 whenever we want. That, after tomorrow, is gone. So I want to just reminisce a little bit about the golden days of Overwatch, because Overwatch has been a game that's been dear to my heart since it came out. Never played that. Overwatch was my first Blizzard game. Never played Warcraft, or Diablo, Starcraft, or any of the sorts. Overwatch was my first Blizzard game, and for a long time it was my favorite game. The characters, the abilities, the FPS skill mechanic, the teamwork involved. It was very, very, very fun. And especially in the beginning, when you're still learning the character kits, and you're still learning everything that is about Overwatch. It's very fun. Yet, as time went by, Overwatch became less fun. This isn't to say I got older and tired of the game, but there was stuff happening behind the scenes that really did not help the game. One of those things was balance. Some of the balance at times was quite honestly questionable. Tagging along, it's like some of the balance changes in Overwatch was like time traveling back to the American Revolution with an AK-47, a Bear 50 caliber, and an AC-130. It was not fair for the times. You either on a side that had the AC-130, or you got Drone Strike harder than Iraq. It wasn't fun. And that's one of the things that kind of broke Overwatch for a while. Balance. Where either Overwatch was a game about counterpicking, playing to your abilities, playing what you're comfortable with, having diversity in team composition. Well, there was a struggle there, and to be honest, there's always going to be a struggle in that department in Overwatch because of how video games work with balance. It's always, people are always going to try, especially in the higher ranks, optimize what's good and what's bad. Case in point, Brigitte. She single-handedly broke Overwatch for a year. And they literally had to rework part of the game to make it so that that Goats was just dead. They had to kill off Goats with Brigitte. And quite frankly, they didn't really have much choice either. Overwatch League was not getting really good reception because of Goats comp. DPS fans were not happy. It was boring to watch. And nobody wanted to play the same meta for almost 9 months to a year. So, what about now? What we can do about balance? There's nothing we can do about poor decision making on a development team. There's nothing as a player we can do about anything related to Overwatch. We want, but at the end of the day, it's up to developers to make that final push, that final decision. Press that line in the code to do whatever the hell they want. Arriving home from school, booting up Overwatch, claiming my work for the day, and then trying out a new hero, like Moira or Doomfist. Or maybe there's a new map I wanted to try that came out. That was interesting. Or maybe I just wanted to grind some comp, maybe get better at the game. In which case, on Xbox I peaked Master, which I'm very proud of myself for for me being able to do that in the first place, to peak Masters after I started in Silver back when I first started playing the game. One of the other things that quote-unquote killed Overwatch was enough community. I don't mean this as an Overwatch specific thing. Gaming communities are very, let's say, unfriendly at times. I grew up in a harsh wasteland that has Modern Warfare lobbies, Call of Duty lobbies. So being called a retro slur every once in a while doesn't really get under my skin. They're gonna have to be a bit more creative than that in order to get me riled up. But it doesn't change the fact that it is very toxic sometimes in the gaming world. And like I said, this is not specific towards the Overwatch community, because this is present in every other game you can think of. There's always going to be toxic players, players who throw, players who want to ruin others' experience. That happens. And honestly, again, there's not much players can do about it. And last but not least, what quote-unquote killed Overwatch was support. And not just support from Blizzard, but support from the community. So, basically, Overwatch 1 development basically stopped at Echo. Once that happened, all development went towards Overwatch 2, and we got nothing until the beta came out. We might have got a new free-for-all map here and there, but nobody cared about those. We wanted actual things people were going to play. And rank? It was pretty underwhelming whenever there was a new event or a new update, because there was nothing to look forward to. No new hero, no new significant map people were going to play, updates that made no balance update that made the game fun. It just stood stalemate. While we knew something was coming, we didn't know when, and there was nothing to buy that time with other than a shiny new skin and a gambling machine. So there was nothing. And then community support didn't really help either. Not to say that community killed off Overwatch, but the community was left alone. There was nothing that we could do to make more content, to entertain ourselves, because we weren't getting that ability to. We had the workshop mode, but there's only so much we were enabled to do within that mode. And part of that issue was that we didn't really support the casual scene of Overwatch either. A lot of Overwatch fans, and I mean not to ignore the casual players, but a lot of them are pretty damn competitive. Now, there is a significant portion of the community that plays casually. However, a lot of people focus on the competitive aspect of the game. Whenever you go to clip channels, they always show pro players, highlights from the latest Overwatch matches, top 500, Grandmaster games. It's always competitive mode. And what about the quick play modes? What about workshop? What about arcade? What about other stuff that makes Overwatch fun? And that's part of the issue why we stopped supporting it as much as we could. We started seeing it less casual, fun, and more competitive. The game is meant to be fun, and we forgot that. Among all the balance changes, new heroes, new maps, reworks, we forgot that Overwatch is a game about heroes. And sometimes we grow old along with the heroes. Maybe we're born just in time to witness their light, and sometimes we're born too late and we see the star fade. At a time where the hero falls into the depths of despair, or maybe we're born at a time when the hero regains hope. Born just in time to see a new hero arise. Maybe we are born to see never, or maybe we're born in a time where we never see a new hero, and heroes are forgotten. In a game that so much focuses on the idea of heroes as the core characters in the game, filling out this world, we've had a share of all of those. We had all those ones from Horizon Lunar Colony, Parrots, 2CP, Shield, Goats Comp, still Echo. That's still arguably the best character, single-handedly, as a character as a whole, most busted character in the game. We had Brigitte, who broke the game for almost a year. We had improper balance. We had a lot. Hell, we even had to face that Blizzard's own poor decision making in the time where heroes were not as perfect as they seemed. But at the end of the day, a hero, honestly, is not a state. It's not a being. It's a title. Anyone can be a hero at any moment in time. I can argue a hero is a title. A hero is an act. The community may have been abused as it is, but look at some other communities. The Evolve community is still on copium that the game is not dead. Cyberpunk community is still getting shit on for having the glitchiest and most underwhelming release in the world of gaming, quite period. It's not even an argument. And despite the players enjoying it, the community gets reminded of that every single day. Call of Duty, FIFA, NBA fans are tired of hearing that they get sold the same game every single year. Gacha players are convinced that they don't have a gambling addiction. There are communities that get abused, and honestly, probably worse ways than what the Overwatch community has. It stood strong somehow. It still stood alive since 2016 when the game first came out. Honestly, that says a lot. The question is now, not what hero is going to be added, not what new character is going to be added, not what new map or balance or what new meta is going to shake up the game. No. Overwatch may be a game about heroes, but It's also about an idea that anyone can be a hero. Original trailer that smacked Widowmaker straight in the face with Doomfist's gauntlet. At that moment, that kid was a hero. So as we go and get ready to play Overwatch 2 tomorrow, when the game launches, and probably the servers break, and honestly, the servers are gonna break. So when you boot up that game tomorrow, let's try and be heroes again. Even if when we step out of the game, we're normal people, right then there in that game, whether you're a filthy Warthog main, a brain dead Brig player, a sad Mercy main waiting for the pink Mercy skin to be brought back, someone still abusing Echo, a Sigma player wanting to go back to double shield days, whoever you are, let's come in, let's go in, normal, or come out, even for the time being, a hero.
You know, the world could always use more heroes.
Yeah! That was awesome!
But honestly, I hope Overwatch survives for some of that fan-made content.